guess what? I'm back. I'm alive. I still don't sound like myself, but I sure sound better than I did. And I feel better than I did, and it's been 7 days. And everybody I've talked to who had what I had said, oh no, you're not over it yet. I had it 3 weeks. I had it 4 weeks. And I'm like, hush your mouth. Don't tell me that, y'all. It's been 7 days today. I feel much, much better. I have 1 pill left to take. And I'm doing my little, you know, what do you call those, inhalers, which I'm not crazy about because, you know, they kind of hype you up a little bit. And last thing I need is to be hyped up because I'm hyped up enough. So, but it's been a week, and it was very interesting because at first it started with this awful sore throat. If y'all have this, I'm just going to give you the progress of it. If you wake up one morning and you feel like razor blades are scratching your throat, you've got it. Get to the doctor before I did. I'm stubborn as a bull, maybe as a mule, and I just would not go to the doctor because I said, oh, it's just a sinus infection, it's going to run its course. It needed some help to run its course. So I finally, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, suffered and coughed and hacked and couldn't sleep, and my throat was a-killing me. And on Thursday morning, the genius in my brain kicked in, and I called and got an appointment. And I just want to say thank you to Prestige Medical. I called at 10:02 a.m. and I had an appointment at 11 o'clock. Do you know how wonderful that was? I used to go to this other doctor that I really, really, really liked, but you can never get an appointment because they only have 2 providers there. Well, we all know doctor's offices get busy, and when stuff is going around, doctor's offices really get busy. Prestige Medical has enough people on staff. I called at 10:02, y'all. I thought she was kidding when she said, can you come in at 11? And I said, what day? She said, today. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? So I was so tickled, and I got a Z-Pak, which helped tremendously. Today's my last day of it. And got the stuff, and they offered me a Decadron shot, and I don't do Decadron shots because I am hyped up enough, and they keep you up for about a week, and I didn't want to do that. So, but, oh my gosh, I can almost breathe today. It's so nice, and it was a sinus infection. Wasn't contagious, no temperature, no cold chills, no sweating, breaking out in the cold sweat, all that mess. None of that. Just you feel like this rock is sitting in your head. Well, the rock came along with loaded razor blades that just scratch your throat to death. So on the 4th day, when my throat was still so bad, that's what got me to the doctor, because I said, this is ridiculous. This hurts, and I'm sick of it. So if you start coming down with those little symptoms I just described, be smarter than Sherry. Don't do like me and sit around for 4 days and struggle and suffer. It doesn't make any sense. Call the doctor and go see a doctor and get you a Z-Pak. And if you like Decadron, get you a Decadron shot, whatever it takes to get this crud out of here, because it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough. And I have a big shout out and a big thank you for 2 people, because one of them listened to me cough for a week, and the other one actually went and got my prescriptions and brought me enough honey to keep me in honey for about 6 months, because the doctor said, now listen, doesn't this sound good? The doctor said, get you some honey and drink you some hot tea and honey. Well, that just sounded wonderful. That's better than a prescription. So if you get to feeling poorly, you know, I tell everybody, make Jewish penicillin. Get you a big old chicken and an onion and salt and pepper and butter and cook it down, and then sip on it, because that's just full of good stuff for you. But I didn't do that this time. I struggled and I suffered. I think I wanted to whine a little bit. I don't know. But I'm better today. I am better. Ask me how much work I missed. None. I wasn't here because when I would talk, I would cough really bad. You can't really do live TV, coughing and a hacking. So today, compliments of Mr. Ellijay. because he was so good to bring me honey and so good to go get my prescriptions. You're going to get a Mr. Ellijay concert, and I'm excited because we planned it this way just in case I get to hacking and coughing. But pay attention. I have loaded my whole life of pictures. Trace has got them all. He can control them all. He can show the old ones, the young ones, the fat ones, the skinny ones. He can show you everything today. And you're going to get to see a bunch of it. But you're going to have to memorize these pictures, because tomorrow, when Miss Hilda Thomason comes to visit, she always brings me tickets to give away. And then we're going to play trivia. So y'all better pay attention today. Last time, we had a couple of winners pretty fast, which was really cool. I like that when you're paying attention. So y'all pay attention today. We're going to go through a lot of photographs, and you're going to have to think about it. And I want you to think about all the stars that I have interviewed at Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. This is Aaron Tippins. This was one of the first interviews. He was such a very, very nice gentleman. And this was way back, I think like 2009. So when you think about, we've been interviewing those people up in the mountains a long time, thanks to Miss Hilda, and I appreciate that. And y'all are going to have to remember, who did she say she interviewed? Well, this is Aaron Tippins, so write it down. If you're smart today and you have a pencil and piece of paper, you'll write this stuff down. And then when I play trivia with you, now this is when we used to travel in the big motorhome. And the big motorhome took us up to the mountain, and Matt Dibler delivered a message. Now we were in the 40-foot diesel pusher, and Matt had been up about 2 days and nights, and he was sleepy, and we kind of thought he would sleep on the way up there. He didn't get any sleep, but he did rest. But this is at Fields of the Wood, and I'm trying to pick places that y'all can go for a very nice daycation, or even a staycation if you want to go to Hiwassee. So remember, Fields of the Wood is one of those places if you want to take a picnic lunch and you want to just sit there in the park and just enjoy all the beauty around you. If you want to go visit all the prayer points where they have places that you can kneel and pray. Who is this? Who is this? This is going to be a question. Who is this? She was in the neonatal unit at Crawford Long Hospital about 31 years ago. And y'all might know who that is. She might be Xana's mama. She might be Xana's mama, and she was a miracle baby. Her mom got into serious complications, and she made it. So there you go. This is July 4th, as we were doing fireworks in Ball Ground several years ago. So we're going down memory lane, and y'all have to remember this stuff. Ball Ground does not do fireworks on the 4th. They do it the Saturday before the 4th. That might be a question you would have to answer, so you better remember that too, because the fireworks go off everywhere. And this is a precious, precious couple who was there that day, waiting on the fireworks, eating them a hot dog, having a good old time, just sitting there waiting on the fireworks to come. But when do they come? They don't come on the 4th, they come on Saturday before the 4th. So please remember that. That's going to be a trivia question. And you better remember, because if you remember, you're going to get some tickets to some pretty good concerts, because Miss Hilda's always really good to us. So don't forget. And again, if you want to come and see the fireworks, they are the Saturday before the 4th of July. And it kind of makes sense, because then it lets all the other cities, everybody kind of spreads out their days and when they do it. And this is the 4th of July parade in Jasper. My child loved parades. She loved making bows. She loved getting ready. That was Dub Lawson's car, and thank you to the Lawson family for all the years that they loaned us vehicles. And you know, Lawson Chevrolet's not there anymore, but Dave Chevrolet is, and you know, that might be a trivia question. Who took over when the Lawson family retired? So, And you know, everybody's got pallets laying around, so why don't y'all get you a pallet and make you a big old flag? I think I'm going to do that. I have a pallet or two here, there, yonder. And this is reminding you that over the holidays, you might look up and you might see a camera with an ETC camera person behind it, because they're going to be in McCaysville on July the 2nd at the steel bridge between McCaysville and Copper Hill, where it will be red, white, and bluegrass. And if I say the word bluegrass, what does it remind you of in Copper Hill and McCaysville? Does it remind you of the Barker brothers? Well, that might be a trivia question. So think about it. You're going to have to remember a lot of stuff. Y'all better get to writing it down and better get to studying, because when I give away these tickets, some of them are real good, serious tickets. Now, for you cookers who've never cooked collard greens, this is what you do. You get the pan over full and you just let it cook down, because we all know they start a lot bigger than they end up. And it's like poke salad. You can start with a whole big old wad of it and you end up with about 13 packs of it to go in the freezer. So think about it. It is that time of year the gardens are coming in. Prepare your stuff, put it in the freezer, can it, save it. And my granny'd say, well, we're putting up for hard times. And when you get stuff out of the garden, you always want to put it up and you want to protect it and you want to make it and you want to have it for hard times, because we don't know when hard times are going to come. You just never know. But those are collard greens, and collard greens are my favorite. I like all greens, but collard greens, Lord have mercy, they're so good. So there you go. And see how they've cooked down? What about that? And they changed colors too. It's amazing. That might be a little chemistry. You know, I didn't do too good in science, but that is right here on the set. And we were making breakfast tortillas, I guess is what we were doing that day, because I see some jelly, and I think there's some eggs out there somewhere. So we used to do that. Why don't we do that anymore? What's wrong with y'all? Why don't y'all encourage me to cook anymore? They don't like my cooking. Is that what it is? I don't know. We'll just have to get a crowd off the street to come and eat. But we liked cooking. Now, it's hard to do a cooking segment without a sink and without a stove. So maybe we should move all this clutter out here and put me a stove in. I think that's a good idea. Who can wire it? One of them boys has surely got enough sense to wire a stove. I think that'd be just a great plan. So if y'all come in here one day and my desk is gone, but there's a stove and a sink, you'll know why. Now that, I made me some biscuits, and my bestie filmed it, and we were making the prettiest biscuits you ever saw. But those biscuits did not rise because I messed up. Now that, if you go to the Dairy Queen in Jasper and you tell them, don't mix it up much, that is a Sherry Martin Blizzard. A Sherry Martin Blizzard means you take the chocolate that you dip the cones in and you put wet nuts in it, and you barely, and I'm saying barely about 5 more times, you barely mix it up. And if they mix it up too much, then they just turn it into mush. You don't want that. You want the perfect one. This, two of my dearest friends, Precious Bonnie's husband, went to meet Jesus last night. Edward was the sweetest, kindest gentleman. He taught Sunday school all of his life. He was a wonderful husband, wonderful father, wonderful grandfather. And if anybody deserved to meet Jesus, Edward Lacey did. So please pray for Bonnie. She has a little store over in Alabama. She worked for me for many, many years, and Edward worked right alongside her. Two of the finest people in the world. And she and the girls are going to miss him terribly, but dementia took his mind. There's her little store. And if you're ever over near Albertville, Alabama, I hope that once she gets through what she's dealt with, that she will open her little store back up. She had to close it as she took care of him toward the end. And it was hard because she loved meeting people. She loved opening that store, and she loved inviting you in. And he did her woodwork, and they just had the best business and the sweetest 50-year marriage. He died the day after their 50th anniversary. Now that, what kind of hairdo is that? That's a 1967 hairdo. That is me and my friend Glenda. And me and Glenda had them hairdos. Well, I still got them old-time hairdos. But I don't know that I could stand to have my hair teased and put up like that. But we're going way back. This is when we lived on Penn Avenue, right down the street from the Krispy Kreme donut place, the original. Now, who is that little girl with curly hair? Who does that look like to y'all? Does that maybe resemble Anna a little bit? Well, it's Cherokee Dawn, and she's at Ghost Town, and she's riding those things. You know, Ghost Town doesn't exist anymore. Are y'all writing down notes and remembering all this stuff? Because you know me, when I start asking questions, it's going to be a two-parter or a three-parter. You're going to have to put your brain up. Now, this is at a house I sold up on Burnt Mountain. But closer to home this weekend, a bear was at the downtown area of Ball Ground, Georgia. And my neighbor caught it on his Ring camera. And we're going to show y'all that in just a little bit. But you know, it's funny because we've got bears everywhere. We've got fox everywhere. We've got deer everywhere. And it's because the mountains are becoming home to so many people. And when you build a home, the deer have to have somewhere to go. Now see that? That's why I did Heart of the Home, because I liked to country cook. I loved to country cook. And I love to make biscuits, and I love to make gravy. I love to do all that stuff. And I miss having a restaurant. I miss it so much. But I don't miss standing on that concrete floor about 12 hours a day. That's the one thing that I was really happy to give up. But if you like to cook, if you like to eat, then get your kids in the kitchen with you over the summer break. Get the kids in the kitchen. Okay, this is there for a reason. I love the Pulse. I love WLJA. But somebody did a commercial for Jasper, and they did not pronounce Perot Park correctly. And when he said it, I just cackled and laughed, and I said, oh, no, you can't say it that way. It was Dr. Perot and Miss Jean, and how precious they were, and how he was our doctor for years and years and years. And when I think about it, one of the first sayings that I learned when I moved to Jasper was from Bob Cagle, who said, I'm happy as long as I can see Sharp Top Mountain. Well, from Perot Park, you have a great view of Sharp Top Mountain. So get out, go to Jasper, visit Jasper, and get to know a little something about them. And look at that precious little boy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, that is crazy how long ago that's been. Wow, 7 years. It is just crazy how fast they grow. How fast they grow. Speaking of growing, Ball Ground is growing a little bit more. We are getting more things at the park. I'm really excited. A big pavilion that's going to have grills and picnic tables, and it's a covered pavilion, so you can book it for birthday parties or anniversary parties or whatever, school let-out parties, whatever you want to do. You can book it through the city once they get this done, and they're supposed to have it done in the next few weeks, which will be really, really awesome. And this is at the top of the 42 acres that was once Calvin Farmer's farm. He had cattle, he had hay up there, all kinds of things were happening on this land, and now it's getting beautiful, beautiful homes. Progress comes. We will preserve the past as we embrace the future. And it's exciting. It's also, it's different. It's very different. But if you can preserve the past as you embrace the future, that's the key to progressively doing it right. And I think in Ball Ground we're doing it right. So it's exciting. And if you were at the concert on Saturday night and you saw all of our neighbors from Malone's Pond, they were all sitting there having a blast and enjoying it, and they can walk to everything. So to Malone's Pond, if you have a home there, you've got your ticket to all the concerts. You just walk down there and you don't have to drive. You don't have to worry about parking. You just go to the concerts. So thank you for everybody who came out and enjoyed that. And it's that one of those things that about 3 times a year they have really, really great concerts there. And nothing is any better than Guardians of the Jukebox. So yay. Now this is where about 450 people live there now, and this is part of what used to be the farm, and it's so different. It's so very different, but it's also, that's part of making the present become what it needs to be and taking care of it. And it's very different now. It's near the sawmill, and it's so strange to see that, because it doesn't look like that anymore. It doesn't look like that anymore, but that's where Eddie Brackett had his sawmill for many, many years. And a lot of folks took him logs and came back and picked up their lumber, and worked there for many, many, many years. And I often wonder, what would he think? What would he think now? And what is it like for him? So we're going to take a commercial break for just a minute, and when we come back, but I hope y'all have your pencil and paper, and I hope you've written down some stuff, because I know me well enough to know that I've already got 5 questions picked out, and we haven't even gotten to the stars that have been at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. And tomorrow with Miss Hilda, we're going to talk about all the people who have been there and all the people who will be there in the next year or so. But we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to share some music of Mr. Ellijay. Hang tight.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
ETC is connected to our community. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections and fast, reliable internet. Visit etcnow.com today.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Well, guess what? My throat's getting a little bit scratchy, so I had to stop talking for a minute. Uh-oh. Oh, it's time to talk again. Here we go. Hello? Yes. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm so much better. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Did I rest last week? No. I was at work. But I rested a little bit. Yeah. Did I take the meds? Most of them. Uh-huh. I'm not a good patient because I didn't mind you. I minded pretty good. Well, I kind of rested. I sort of rested. I drank lots of fluids. Oh, yeah, and Dwight brought me honey, and I had honey and tea. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing 2 out of 5 ain't bad, is it? Oh, should have been 5 out of 5? Oh, I'll do better. Yeah, I'm using those little inhalers. Don't like the way they make you feel, though. Yeah. I just want to say thank you for getting me in so soon. I'm glad that y'all have a whole lot of nurse practitioners. You got doctors, you got nurse practitioners, you got it all going on. Yeah. So I'm back at work today, which is really, really good. Yeah. As long as I don't talk too much, I'm good. Yeah, I'm going to play some of Dwight's music. Do you know him? You know, he's crazy. He's so much fun. Everybody loves him. Yeah, I've put a notion on him now to write another song. He told me quit ordering songs. Yeah. He said I'm pushy. Can you imagine that? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm trying to mind you. Yeah. I've got one more pill today. That's all. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. And I told everybody when it comes, don't you do like Sherry Martin and wait 4 days to go to the doctor. You pick up the phone and call Prestige Medical. Yeah. I brought the best tissue I could find. My nose is still running a little bit. Ain't that pretty? I've got my own tissue. Yeah, it's good. It's all breaking up. I feel much, much better. Yes. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad you called, and I did rest some. Yes, ma'am. All right. Bye. Lord, everybody knows I don't rest. I ain't going to rest. I ain't got time to rest, but I did do better, and thank you for the honey. And speaking of honey, we're going to go to some of his music, and you better pay attention to his music too, because I've warned y'all, tomorrow is Hilda Thomason Day, and that means we're going to talk Georgia Mountain Fair. We're going to talk about people we've interviewed in the past. We're going to talk about Gene Watson, Billy Joe Royal, Earl Thomas Conley, Connie Smith, John Conley, I loved him, T.G. Shepherd and Kelly Lang. Oh my gosh, there were so many people. Billy Joe Royal, did I mention Billy Joe Royal? Do you know his favorite song that he ever did? Down in the Boondocks. He liked that song, the whole world liked that song. And this past weekend, Miss Hilda had concerts, and it was called the Happy Together Tour. And I'll tell you who was together there watching it, that old Bill Sinyard. He took him some folks up there, and they went, and they had the best time. So Georgia Mountain Fair, from Ball Ground to up there, is just under 2 hours. From right here, it's about 1 hour and 5 minutes. Get in your car and make plans to go to the Georgia Mountain Fair. And tomorrow we're going to give you all kinds of reasons to go. But right now, get you a cup of hot tea and honey and sit back and let's listen to some of Mr. Ellijay's music. It was written about y'all. It was written about these mountains, and you're going to get to see my favorite 66 Chevelle, I think, in this video. Here we go.
Until it's over, or until my dying day, I could do these things and tell myself I don't care anymore, and I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the cabin in Ellijay, Georgia. We're right across from Ace Hardware, and you have no idea the work and the pain I went to get these two corralled in here today. We got with us Victor Davis and his brother Bobby Davis. My name's D. Wyatt Sanford, and we're going to tell some biggins and we're going to sing some songs. Vic, you know them wheels you give me?
Yeah.
Artilleries?
Artillery.
Yeah. I painted them things. I got them painted up and they look good. Sure do.
Well, what about the hubcaps?
Well, I sold them. The wheels look so good after I painted them, I just sold the hubcaps.
Let's sing a blues song. are just a memory of bringing back the love that used to be. Blues, stay away from me. Blues, why don't you let me be? I don't know why you keep on haunting me. Tears, so many I can't see. True love don't mean a thing to me. Time goes by and still I can't be free. Oh, blues, stay away from me. Blues, why don't you let me be? I don't know why you keep on haunting me. I don't know why you keep on haunting me. We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. We don't take our trips on LSD. We don't let our hair burn our draft cards down on Main Street. We like living right and being free. We don't make a party out of loving. We like holding hands and pitching ones. We don't let our hair grow long and shaggy like the hippies out in San Francisco do. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have balls. We still wave old glory down at the courthouse, and white lightning still the biggest thrill of all. Leather boots are still in style from manly footwear. Beats and Roman sandals won't be seen. Football still the roughest thing on campus, and the kids there still respect the college dean. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave old glory down at the courthouse, and white lightning still the biggest thrill of all. In Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA. Tomorrow
say happy birthday, darling, and surprise you with a gift when I come home. And mine, okay, they're cracking me up a while.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, tomorrow I'll say happy birthday, darling, and surprise you with a gift when I come home. And my forgetful arms reach out for you. I can't forget you just because you're gone. I can't believe that you stopped loving me. It's too much for me to understand. How can anything so real become a dream? I can't believe that you stopped loving me. You want the rest of it? I've sifted all the reasons why you left me, and I've gone back and relived all the love we had. For every tear we lost, I found 1,000 smiles, and the good times always outweighed the bad. I can't believe that you stopped loving me. It's too much for me to understand. How can anything so real become a dream? I can't believe that you stopped loving me. I can't believe that you stopped loving me.
Today, we celebrate Mr. Ellijay. 4 years ago, does it sound, 4 years, guys, does it seem like 4 years ago? 4 years ago, he walked into the studio for the first time, and he had his guitar in his hand, and I said, hey, can you sit down over here and let me film a little stuff? And so we did, and that's what you're getting to see. So you're getting to see him just picking up his guitar, doing his thing. He's been in the studio, he's been recording, he's writing some new stuff. He loves producing music about these hills. He loves talking to people about these hills. There's something about these hills that holds a very, very special place in a lot of people's hearts. And I think as we face the election that is coming up, we have a runoff election happening, and early voting is about to start. Vote your heart. Vote your heart for the mountains, vote your heart for your state, vote your heart, because what we vote for this election could change everything that we know and love. So I'm conservative, y'all know that. You know exactly how I'm going to vote. You know I'm going to vote red. You know who my candidate is. I'm not hard to figure out. I'm pretty much an easy read. But if you haven't done your homework, you might vote the wrong way. And sometimes people say, well, I just voted for him because I really liked him. Okay, look at his policy. Look at what he's talking about. Look at what he's doing. We face that in all the small cities. And McKaysville just took a vote. You know, there were several people saying, We want McCaysville to start serving alcohol here and alcohol here and alcohol here. Well, I've been to McCaysville enough to church in many different churches to know that that's not what the citizens wanted. And the council, I'm glad the council did what they did, because they let the people decide. And the people decided, we're not interested in having alcohol everywhere. That was pretty awesome to me, because they let the people decide. The people will decide the next election. You decide who you want to vote for. You know who I'm voting for. If you drive by, I have signs in the yard. If you look at my bumper sticker, I have a bumper sticker on my truck. You make up your mind. But make up your mind to protect the life we love in the mountains. And if you go out Highway 52, any time of year, it's absolutely beautiful. If you go out Tails Creek any time of year, it's absolutely crazy driving because everybody goes way too fast, but it's a beautiful drive too. When you go out Boardtown, you think about what could have happened to Boardtown. If we had not had the right politicians in place, Boardtown would look very different than it does today. Boardtown is a beautiful road here in Gilmer County. So as you walk into the polls and you think, well, that guy's nice, and he was nice to my mama, and he said something sweet to me, I don't care. Look at his policies and look at what he says. And if he looks like he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, you might be careful, you might be cautious, you might do your homework. So do your homework and then decide how you want to vote, but go vote early, because I think early voting opens, I think it's this week, and I'm going to early vote, because when we get old, we might be in a nursing home somewhere and can't go vote. So get out and vote your choice. Vote your choice. Right now, I choose to share some more photos with y'all, because you're going to have to remember more stuff. Now, this is down near where Eddie had the sawmill, and many, many logs were sawed right there. And as the homes are being built up on that ridge, I've thought a million times about what could we do. You know, the whole development was named Farmers Crossing after Calvin Farmer. And I said, I wish there was something we could do to pay tribute to Eddie, because this was his little bridge. He took me on a ride up there on Randy's little something other, and we went up through those woods, and we just had the best time. And I love that. And I love preserving the past, but we've got to embrace the future. Who was that guy right there? His name is Gene Watson. Do you know that he is still performing? Who is that guy? That is Billy Joe Royal. Do y'all remember him? Down in the Boondocks. Who is that? Who is that? There's Cherokee Dawn. And there's James Stephen Martin, who went to be with Jesus way too soon, severe diabetic, and way too soon he left us. And that's what it is. You know, we are guaranteed the life that the Lord gave us, and he's not going to give us any more. He's not going to take it away. When it's our time, it's our time. Do y'all know who that is? That's my sweet mama. That's my mama up at Claremont, and that was a house I dearly, dearly loved. Oh my gosh, I love that house. Full of antiques, and it was like walking back into a piece of history. That is probably the oldest picture I have with me and Angela in black and white. And that was, I was a big 20 years old. 20 years old. Can you believe that? Crazy. 20 years old. Didn't have a brain. Lord have mercy, where was my brain? But that's when we lived in Atlanta, and oh man, and who is that? That is Nicholas Blake. That is Nicholas Blake. By then I was getting my brain attached by then, so Lord, we've all made mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but Angela, those azaleas are still at 1430 North Morningside Drive in Atlanta, where we lived. And you think about it, those azaleas are over 50 years old. And people say, oh, they only have a life expectancy. I beg to differ. Still there. So think about it. Think about our past, how quickly it has gone by, how quickly. And that is Cherokee Dawn. That is Cherokee Dawn. And I took her over to Super D in Cumming to have her picture made. And she rode over there in her diaper because we didn't have air conditioning in the car, and it was hotter than Hades. And I said, oh my, I can't stand this. The windows were rolled down and the dust was flying. But yeah, that is Cherokee Dawn. So golly, it seems like yesterday. How did time go so fast? Now that's Angela, that's in Talking Rock at Mama's house. And that was a long time ago. That was right before I moved up here. And it was crazy because I never saw me leaving Atlanta, and I did. And you see that man right there? Yep, that is 5 generations. That is Granny Lily Jane, Mama, J.S., Jean, and Christy. 5 generations. The Harris Martin clan. And it's so funny to see that road paved back there because for years and years and years it was a dirt road. So yeah. Crazy, crazy memories. We've all got those memories. Now, one of the questions on giving away tickets has got to do with that house and that corner. And I wonder how many of y'all have rode by there lately and smelled fried chicken. That's your hint. And that big old tree that was in the front yard, we had a magnolia tree, and we had a huge, huge, big oak tree. And that, if you ride by there today, you will smell you a biscuit a cooking and you'll smell you some fried chicken. And this is my warning to all of y'all. I promised Joel Neighbors I would find this picture, and I finally found it. Early detection of skin cancer is so very important. My mother had melanoma, and my mother actually, the cause of death on her death certificate was melanoma, that spread everywhere. I've had several melanomas taken off. It's crazy how the doctors did a great job of saving my arm. Get yourself a checkup. If you're out in the sun and you're getting all that sun worshiping going on, that little spot on my face started as a little tiny thing that was nothing. Now this is, everybody knows I don't do dogs anymore. I used to have dogs all the time. These are the last 2 dogs I had, and this is Kenai and Denali. And as my husband was battling cancer, I had to take him out and let my sister-in-law and brother take care of them while I was at the hospital with him. I fed the dogs with a spoon, y'all. That was crazy. I spoiled them dogs rotten. This, when you think about Perot Park, you think about, you can actually see from Perot Park in downtown Jasper, you can see this beautiful mountain called Sharp Top, and you can see Grandview Lake. It is absolutely beautiful. If you've been in these mountains very long and you've not seen Sharp Top, just smack yourself in the mouth and say, go see Sharp Top today. This is one of the real estate deals that I did that was kind of one of those, oops, I'm going to sell it, and sold it fast. And I love this historical home. It is now a bridal venue. It is in Talking Rock, the Darnell home. Everybody knew the Darnell family. They were part of the community just like the Lau family forever and ever and ever. These communities still have family members that were part of a family that's been here at least 5 generations, many of them 6 generations. This is part of the Harris farm, and this was once upon a time an Indian village. And when we think about that, we're looking back at the past, but we're creating the future for the next generations. And we have the ability to do it right or to do it wrong, and I hope we'll all choose to do it right. Well, one of the people who loves the past is Mr. Ellijay, and we're going to share a little bit more of his music because I know you love his music. I know you love his music, and I know you love him. And if you get a chance, send him a message and say, hey, Dwight, we enjoyed hearing your music, because it doesn't matter what he's singing, y'all love it. Whether it's the gospel or the songs about the mountains, it doesn't matter. You love his music. So let's go back to a little bit more of what Mr. Ellijay loves to do.
Hey, baby, come over here. I feel good. I got my best jeans on. I feel fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch them shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there. in his ragtop 59. My grill is clean. There's an 8-track in the dash of my machine, and I know every single line. Yeah, Susie's got her dress on, hanging high above her knees. And when she smiles for the Nikon, you know it's such a sight to see. Raise it on up a little bit. It's Friday night in the southern city lights. Wheels will turn and the rubber's gonna burn. The glass packs are racking, the power plays screaming loud. We'll cruise the red dot parking lot and see who all is in the crowd. 'Cause I feel good, I got my best jeans on, it's all fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch him shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there, and you better not step out of line. The bank says it's foreclosing and the pickup needs repair. The LP tank's on 0 and my wheel is almost there. The hope I had left with you when you walked out the door. I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. The postman brought a letter. He said he needs my signature. He don't know you had to go, and the way you left me here. I told him I don't love you, oh, but the Lord knows I still do. And he knows just what I feel inside and the things I'm going through. My brother said there's a bottle that'll make this go away. I could drink until it's over or until my dying day. I could do all this and tell myself I don't care anymore. And I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before. left a message on my phone. I called in to talk to him to see what's going on. They're laying off across the plant, employees by the score. I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. And I could turn to the bottle and make this go away. I could drink until it's over, or until my dying day. I could do these things and tell myself I don't care anymore, and I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before. The country's going straight to hell on a highway paved with hope. And if we keep playing around with this, we'll hang by our own rope.
Guess what? We go to YouTube right now, so y'all check out our YouTube. 2 different channels, Sherry Martin Heart of the Home. Check it out, subscribe, doesn't cost a penny to subscribe. Share what we do with your friends and neighbors, and share the music of the mountains. Mr. Ellijay, the music of the mountains, that's what it's about. Tomorrow, we're gonna talk Georgia Mountain Fair, so tune in and you just might get an opportunity to win some really cool tickets. Don't forget Braden Rumfelt, this June the 6th concert at Georgia Mountain Fair, and we'll talk about that again tomorrow. Bye, y'all.